Hello everyone, you're welcome to another great, wonderful, amazing episode. And today is going to be an exciting episode. We're going to have an exciting time because I have a great friend in the studio. I have a great personality. But before we welcome the person, my name is Williams Evidence and I'm your host for this podcast.
I'm Uyema Glorious, the co-host. Glad to be here on another episode. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
today is going to be amazing.
Stay tuned. Please, if you're watching this video, can you do us a favor? Share to your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share to your friends. So, in the studio, we have a very great friend of mine, like my very good friend, and I've known her for 7 years now. It's been 7 years since I know her. Like we've known for 7 years, and we've had a journey together. I've known her, we've been very close friends. If I should say best friends. Hello Sophia, how are you doing?
Hello everybody. Hello host and co-host. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, let's try to relax, okay? It's just a random conversation.
I know. If I show them my real self.
Oh,
You know.
please show us your results.
Yeah,
So how
okay.
you doing? How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm elated to be here. It's quite very awkward because I'm on a podcast. Oh, Jay.
You go
Yeah.
cast your matter.
Yo. I'm going live.
Hmm.
Jay, whatever I say here is against me with the cut off.
Well, you're welcome and we are glad that you are here.
Yeah.
One thing I love about you, Sophia, is the fact that you know how to celebrate the people that God has placed around you. You know how to celebrate your friends. You know how to appreciate people that you see grace in. If I should ask, so why do you do that? Especially to your friends. I know several times you've celebrated me, like you've celebrated the people around you.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that you respect the grace in someone's life and
Yeah.
just celebrate. But to you, why do you do that? Because sometimes it feels weird.
Okay. I'm this kind of person that what I want other people to do to me, I do it.
True.
I want other people to honor me. Don't misuse friendship. And that's the same way I wouldn't misuse friendship with you. So that's the same way. When it comes to appreciation, I'm a giver. If my friend is doing well, there's no way I'll hold it to myself.
That's right.
I'll also appreciate you and tell you that you're doing well. And what is friendship? Friendship is deeper than what we feel like. You cannot just say, this person is my friend. Before I use that word friend, before I say we are friends, it's on another level. Because it comes with commitment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so indebted to you. In the sense that I'll be there for you. When nobody's there, when it rains, when it shines, every day I'll be there with you.
I'm glad.
And not only that,
Yeah.
because when you're friends with somebody, there are sometimes that the person needs affirmations.
True.
Yeah, sure.
There are sometimes that people need
Sure.
affirmations to know that yes, they're doing well.
Yeah.
That's the work of a friend. If your friend doesn't see light in you, if your friend doesn't see positivity in you, how will other people around you see all these things? First of all, you have your family, you have your friends, before you have the society
Come
around.
on. Yeah.
Preach.
Preach.
So that's why I value and honor friendships.
Yeah.
And I don't take it for granted, because if I'm your friend, I feel you should do the same to me.
Yeah, and trust me, we are honored.
Yeah.
We are honored to have you here because this is the first time we're having a female on the show.
Oh my
You're the
god.
first
Celebrate.
You're the first
Actually.
female. Actually.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
are.
god.
You're the
Sophia
first
the
one.
first for a reason.
Okay, that is nice. Okay, if someone meets me, if someone sees you, they will think that you're a feminist. But
Wow.
I know that you are not a feminist. And I don't know that you're someone you love to stand up for women. So how did this thing start? And to you, what do you think feminism is currently in our present society? And how did it start? How did feminism start?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm not a feminist.
I know, we know in feminists. I
just believe in equality.
Okay.
Fair hearing. Everybody has the right to talk, to be who they want to be. Women should stop hiding in their shells. If you even watch, women are powerful. We have many women of substance that if you mention today in this society that have created wonderful, like the miles they've gone and the things that they've done, they have accomplished in their life. Those things now are motivation to other women to follow. So these are my ideology of feminism. I just believe that women should also have fair hearing to things.
To express
like
themselves.
Politics.
True.
In church. In the book Joyce Meyer wrote, as at then, women were not given that this thing to like
leadership
preach,
role.
leadership role to preach in churches. Do you get? So she actually broke that chain. Do you get? So those are the things that women can see that they have capacity to do different things. Not limiting yourself just to be a mother and a wife.
But you know, feminism currently is taking a new shape. Feminism, everyone can just come online, and in fact, most feminists these days they are bashing men. So
that's the reality of things.
So what do you think 21st century feminism is to you?
Honestly, it's like tug of war. You're battling. Why don't you just have a penis and become a man?
Actually,
He said that this season is going to
be hot.
Go on, preach.
So you get, so it's crazy how women see this feminism now, because everybody has free license to social media. For social media is like a space for cheap publicity. Do you get? So they can come out and say different things. Do you get? But what is really feminism? These people now are creating things about feminism that the young girls of this generation are looking up to. And be like, okay, if I can get this, if I can be accomplished, no man can talk to me anyhow. Nobody can talk to me anyhow. Why will I submit under a man? Why did the Bible say submit? Women submit. Do you get all those things? That is the ideology about feminism now that is really wrong. The idea of feminism is not to make you
fight the
other gender.
It's just for your voice to be heard.
Just for your voice to be heard. But now it's taking another turn. So why do people ask this question? Because I want to even ask Biko podcast people, what is this thing? What do you bring to the table? Like which table? I want to really know.
The table of relationship.
Because I understand that before you meet somebody, you should know what that person connotes and what that person has. And you know what you saw before you came to meet me. So why ask me what do you bring to the table? Because once you go to social media and you're checking, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? Like, what is that? Me, I don't find that question attractive. As a man, if you ask me that question,
you don't end.
It's a very flat for you. So
you see my facial expression.
So currently now, Gloria is supposed to take over from here, but currently, young ladies of this generation, they don't see themselves as valuable, right? And that is probably because of the environment they grew up in. So, and you know that you're someone, you dealt with self-esteem issue. You're someone who, I did also, I'll share my story later, but you're someone who, you dealt with self-esteem, but the person who you are right now you have this presence and aura that
Yeah.
if someone wants to approach you, say they have to
They-
take
they-
twice
they-
because they'll be like, this having the senator or wife or something.
Yeah,
You know,
actually.
everything. You know, because of how you carry yourself. So
Yeah.
how did you grow up to become? What is your story? How did you? Like, what was your challenge with esteem, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah.
Funny enough, children, you see children,
Yeah.
they are very bold. As a child, I was so bold.
Mm.
I was a model as a kid. From that, maybe not really a kid, but like from 8 years thereabouts.
Wow.
I was a model. I was on magazines. I go for radio, like radio distance, radio houses, and we sing this song. Enter my hear, I know I can.
Yeah.
I remember myself.
Yeah.
So I did all those things
Mm.
as a child.
Wow.
Bold.
Wow.
When we were living at Jerry, so there was we attending Redeemed Christian Church of God.
Okay.
So we were doing a presentation.
Yeah.
If you check the picture, when they showed me the picture, I'm very small, you know. Yeah. So I was the smallest
Wow.
there. But my mother said that when it was my time to recite, that means I was reciting a scripture,
Yeah.
but it was not this exact scripture that I quoted.
Mm.
Just like I'm saying Genesis 1 verse 1, and I'm telling you Jesus wept. That's what happened
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
But the confidence
Yes.
I used in saying that thing on the stage, that everybody in the church were clapping.
Wow.
So you can imagine such level of confidence as a child,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
then growing up
You begin to lose
Evolving.
It's adolescence.
and losing it.
Mm. Wow.
Come on.
It's crazy. My mother would not be like, Sophia, I don't even know. When I was growing, when she went to buy clothes for me, you see, said you're picking small. You see, you have eyes to see that I'm slim. You see that the baby that wore the clothes is 9 years, and the clothes fit the person that Jesus.
They want to grow
To grow
into the
My mother bought this cloth.
Yeah.
She said, 9 years old picking wear this thing. You're 13.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You're 13. Why is this thing not entering you? We have to ship. You can imagine.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, hey, mommy, you're telling me the 9 years old picking, she fat or she slim. That was like my imagination. Like, why you?
Comparing.
The person's age doesn't mean
Yeah.
you got the size.
Yeah, true.
So my mother was expecting me to wear the same clothes as the girl, which was not possible because of my size.
Okay, so what about the that which was relating to school when you entered school and that one happened? We were talking about it and you mentioned some few things and it was like, yeah, it's good if you share that, like how school affected you.
When I
affected your
entered
self-esteem.
school, we came back to Nigeria for our vacation. As at then, before we came back, I made my hair and they cut my hair with scissors. So I had that phobia for making hair. So I decided I told my mother that when we are coming back, that I'll cut this hair.
Mm.
I cut the hair, went on low cut.
Wow.
Yes, so that was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Then when I was on that low cut, I took my brother. I don't know what spirit entered me. Guy shave me stick, shave my brother. I wanted to practice barbing actually.
Yeah.
Shaved off one side of his own, carried my own, did the same thing. I still
Oh,
wanted
yes.
to barb my hair. So that thing gave me a mark on my hair here. And also my mother told me that I should go. I should carry this boy, come back. He said that my own, it will be like a mark for my stupidity. So when I went to secondary school, that mark was there.
It was always there. Wow.
Even as I'm barbing my hair, as hair is growing, you see it's scanty, this is there. So they always mock me.
Wow.
When they were counting top the most ugliest girl in class. I'm the second to the last.
Wow.
They have the runner up, but I wasn't the runner up. They have their candidates for that, but I was like their second on the list. So it really messed with my self-confidence, my self-esteem, my self-worth. I was feeling, sometimes when I want to go to school, I would be like, oh, not again. Because they will insult you. I didn't have anything here. I didn't have anything, like what this generation they are clamoring for. I didn't have that. So they insulted me.
Wow.
Oh my God. They insulted me. They body shamed me. Call me flat. Jesus. They don't cost me for this.
So you're saying this
And my forehead. You can imagine having forehead with bad hair.
Oh my God.
So this is my hair.
Yeah.
FH gang.
Forehead.
Stanford Bridge.
Stanford Bridge. That's what they called you. Stanford.
If they watch this thing, they know themselves. They know themselves. They haunted me.
They will watch it.
They were
Those people, they haunted me. Oh God. But it's fine.
So you're saying some of the things that affected your self-confidence is this pressure from school, the things people said about you and all of that, I mean.
It made me feel like, Sophia, nobody could feel like you. Oh my God, you're ugly. They made me feel like I was ugly. But you know the shocking thing? Whenever I look at myself in the mirror, I see another person. I see something different.
That was back then.
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't really know. I didn't really realize. But I always knew in me that there was something different from what they were saying.
So from this now, because the truth is this thing is still happening to today.
Yeah, exactly.
So what advice will you give somebody who is in your situation now?
What happened to me? I looked at my life. I used my strength to overcome my weakness.
Come on.
My strength in the sense that my mental capacity, words of wisdom. If I speak to you, you will not know that you will doubt my age.
True.
I had to capitalize on that.
Yeah.
I had to capitalize on the fact that I'm intelligent, I'm a smart woman, that I can use this my brain to get whatever I want.
Come on now.
And retain people in the space with my brain.
Yeah.
Do you get? So I started working on myself, building mental capacity, building the way I talk, the way I present myself, the way I walk, the way I my dress sense has always been. My mother is a fashionista, so normally we dress. Normally I dress. I can't stay in a month or 3 months and I won't wash clothes and I'm not out of clothes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you had
a lot.
So the ones that they used to buy for you that are bigger than you used to keep them away?
No. Okay. We shape them. Yeah, we shape. You don't know that, but we the shape. Me and my mother, we run that package. Yeah, we shape. So then I was like, I put the energy in my the way I present myself, the way I look.
Kept improving yourself.
Yes. Improving the way I speak, the way I talk. And before I talk, I make sure I say sensible things. That
you don't just say rubbish.
Yes. And I don't act my age.
Yeah.
I don't just feel like because I'm this age, I should be a child.
Yeah.
I see far.
Yeah.
I was always futuristic. I was a futuristic child growing up. So when you're talking about self-esteem, let me just tell you something.
Okay.
Self-esteem doesn't always have to be with do with physics. Doesn't have, in this generation right now that we are.
Yeah.
Finances can be your self-esteem issue.
True. You may have every other thing, but you don't have money and wow.
That can be a channel.
Hashtag broke shaming.
Come on.
Broke shaming.
There are other types of shaming. It's a body shaming.
There is body shaming and there is broke shaming. Do you get?
Yeah.
I want people they go through a lot. Yeah. Because people can have all the capacity. You have the knowledge, you have the charisma, you have everything, but you don't have the money to push yourself out there. Do you get me?
Yeah.
You don't have the money to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You see a society whereby you're judged based on your appearance.
Yeah.
If you see somebody, let's try it.
Yeah.
Even in church.
Yeah.
Let's try it. You come down from a car, a big car. You come down, ushers really down. The way they will take accept you.
Ew.
Let's be.
But it's true, it's the truth.
Then again,
That's
there's another person that is striking and trusting God. You know, coming in.
A visionary.
Yes, you can imagine. So he's coming in to the house of Chineke, and you see.
Ushers they watch it up.
They'll not maltreat you, but there's no.
Oh
there's
my God.
No what would I say?
No honor, no regard.
Oh God.
The regard.
There's
Come
no
on.
regard.
Come on.
No motivation.
And you know that this thing can actually weigh a person down.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when I dealt with my own
Self-esteem
issue.
Yeah.
And just like when we were talking, she said something. So like she's someone that she's self-motivated.
Yeah.
Like she advises
Herself
herself
and
and pushes her. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the kind of person I am too. I remember back then when I was in GS1, 2, right? I was schooling in Redeemers International Secondary School at East West Road here. Now I had my classmates, the girls especially. I don't want to mention their names now, but the girls.
They know themselves.
They know themselves, right?
Yeah.
They started calling me black and white because then I was darker than I am now.
Okay.
So they call me black, like black skin and white teeth.
Oh, wow.
So they call me black and white. You understand? And they were liking me to keyboard. With black and white.
Oh, wow.
You know, but at that point, it weighed me down in the sense that I was a border, so I was always surrounded by an atmosphere of negativity.
True.
You get from hostel, I'm going to class. I can't even relate with the females because I don't know when they will say it and it can weigh me down. You get the only backup I had was, except God, was a family who always motivates me. You get so that's why people who actually are out there acting in a funny way. Sometimes don't judge them like that.
Yeah.
Some
don't
people
know what they're going through.
See, some people are going through stuff.
Yeah.
Some people who are even into negativity, the pressure on them.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Can you imagine if a young girl now who is the first child and she's 19, the parents are no more, and she has like 5 other siblings under her. Can you imagine and she doesn't have a supportive uncle or auntie? See, don't judge anybody.
Yeah, don't be quick to judge. Yeah.
Don't judge anybody because pressure from society, pressure from people
can weigh on your self-esteem.
You see this broke shaming.
Yeah.
It has made a lot of people go into different things that normally they wouldn't even want to do. And we look at it and we laugh. The social media space is not even helping matters. You go online, you see different people flexing, and nobody will show you when they are drinking Gary.
Come on now.
Sometimes
they will show you what they want you to see.
See, they will show
you need
you.
to understand this thing.
They will show you what they want you to see. They'll show you those flamboyant lifestyle, and you, that God is helping.
You'll
be looking at yourself.
Oh my God.
And you'll be like, God, when? God, when? Calm down. Can you chill? Do you know that God is actually working on you? If you even check your life, can you help me check your life? Check how far God has brought you. Are you not seeing that God has actually done something for you? Why can't you be grateful? See, people sometimes say, when all these things come, self-doubt, all these things come to you and you don't even know, you don't realize that this place that you are now, you didn't come here by your might, by your strength, by your will. It's just by the power of the Almighty God that has brought you this far. Why don't you appreciate it and be hopeful? The thing that has been keeping me steadfast and being able to be contented with what I have is hope.
Of it better tomorrow.
Hope of something great is coming.
Yeah.
You're on your way to greatness.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Keep doing that thing that is working out for you. And with time,
It will
you
happen.
see yourself going. And the Bible says that the path of the just is like a shining light, and it shines brighter and brighter until the perfect day. Your perfect day never come. They cry God well.
You don't be compared with
Calm
someone
down.
else.
See, just chill. This God when person buy car, God when person buy iPhone, God when. So the point that you buy something, somebody will not ask you, how did you buy it? What concern you? Because of the societal pressure. You want to know? Show me way now. Which way? Which way?
For me.
If I show you the way, can you follow me and walk? Can you carry my makeup bag that is heavy like that? With this my small body now, if I show you my way that I'm making my money, can you follow me? Like I was saying, my dear, we need to calm down.
Yeah.
Yes, so will I feel bad when I look online and see different things that people are doing? Yes, definitely. I'm a human being. We are all humans. This broke shaming, start now. This broke shaming is a long thing, and the society that we are keep magnifying it.
Yeah.
You see somebody that doesn't have money in his account but he's looking fresh, girls will be dying after him. But you see a girl now, a boy that is thriving, that has more money in his account, you're like, guess this. Why?
We don't really know what we want. This calm down of a thing. I was having a discussion with some of my classmates on Wednesday, and it's the same thing we were talking about. People in our generation, we know they calm down. We are putting ourselves under pressure for no reason. You see somebody outside, this person, for instance, you get a phone. The problem is these things are too superficial.
Come on.
This phone can just fall on the ground now and scatter, and that's the end.
What do you get a phone that
you cannot maintain?
You cannot maintain.
You dey suffer, you dey hold.
Jesus Christ! If the phone was to come on my hand, your mind has gone.
I saw
Let
it.
me tell you something. People try to live. There's something I want to say now. Don't try to live above your means.
Yeah, it's important.
There's a theory I operate with. If I like this thing, I know I cannot afford it at the moment, I start disliking it. Just like wig.
Yeah.
I love luxury. I love it. Will I get it now? No. Do I have the money? Yes. If I won't buy wig, I will buy. But no. Do you know why? Because you're pursuing something greater that is more feasible, that is more sustainable the nearest future.
Come on.
So all these material things can wait. Because material things don't end. In the nearest future now, they will bring iPhone 20 and iPhone 22. And this one, where will they use them? This will go back.
Exactly. You are struggling to get iPhone 16. In the next, this is already July. By 2 months, September, they don't bring 17. 17 don't come. So what are you putting yourself under pressure? You will not start doing the wrong things to get it. When you now get, the truth is, when you actually get this thing, then the feeling, the excitement of wanting to get it, everything is there. So what was the point?
That now becomes your vision.
Do you know my advice?
It is very bad.
Do you know my advice for young people when it comes to this issue of broke shaming? Because we've talked about body shaming, but I've not actually talked to an extent about that. I'll come back to it. Okay. So my advice to people that are going through this phase. Everybody is going through it. We are all young people. Do you get? What our advice is to be contented. Contentment has helped me in different ways that I cannot even imagine.
Yeah.
I am the way I am today because I have contentment. I'm contented with what I have. The one way I get is okay. If you know your family is not that rich, if you know your parents cannot cover to 1 million if something's happening to you, if you know that if you get a CB, stop trying to prove what is not.
Yeah.
People might see me as somebody that's maybe showing off, dressing too much. I'm not doing anything though.
This is just the list of what they expect from you when it comes.
I'm not doing anything. I've never been under any form of pressure to get anything. Be it material things like jewelries, hair, clothes. I've never seen something on somebody and said, "Hey, if I don't get this thing, I will get high BP." No, never. Be contented with what you have, because if you are contented with what you have, there are some temptations that will not come near you. Temptations like, "Hey, girl, I like you. Can you come? Let's spend the night together." How? Excuse me? So you see, there are some things that wouldn't move you.
That wouldn't bother you.
One thing I say is that if you don't take things that people do for you for granted, it's a privilege, not a right. You get? If you have that mindset that what people do for you is a privilege and not a right, you will make it in life.
It's important to say this. It's important to say this because sometimes somebody will help you, but then there's not this entitlement to another person's money. You now start saying that my uncle is very wicked. That my uncle he's driving 3 cars, but my school fees, I can't pay my school fees. I beg him, he's not giving.
Why can't he work?
His children are there.
Yeah.
You've not thought about him having children and other responsibility. What is giving you the mindset that you are the most important person to his life? Be contented with where you are. And the truth is, it is not about today. There is a tomorrow. So today I may not have it, but then there is a tomorrow, and if I work it well, I will eventually get there. So I'm not going to put myself under pressure and say, "Oh, now I must have it now, I must have it now." If I get it now through the wrong ways, and then tomorrow I don't have it, what's the point of it now? Is it not better to be patient, and then in the future, all these things now that you are liking, you can do it for yourself?
Do you know the greatest thing? The greatest thing is to have financial stability. That is one of my major prayers. To be financially stable. To the point that whatever I want, I can get it.
Without stress.
Without stress. Yeah.
So, people should just take this phase as a learning phase, a working phase, where you want to be.
And that's how you should be.
Talking about financial stability, I think it was Pastor Negi or Pastor George that said, he said that the word afford, for you to say you can afford something, is that you can buy that thing times 3 without
sweating.
Yes.
You can afford something. So if you know you can afford an iPhone 16, you can buy it 16 times 3. Then
you get your 3 million.
It won't even touch anything, like it won't even touch anything in your body. Then means you can afford it.
You can afford it.
Don't live below what you can't afford.
Evidence, you know that when people tell me, Sophia, you dey flex or you dey come out, I just look at people and laugh. I don't just do those things because I have all the money in the world. I do it because I'm an adventurous person. I like going out. I like exposure. But not at the detriment of my finances. Emphasis on my finances. I would not go out because I want to post on it. I told you now that I don't like posting again. Because if I even want to start posting on my Instagram from now, I have pictures that I will post.
Yeah.
But it's just for the fun of it. What I'm used to. When I was small, I go out. There's no Sunday we don't. It's like a normal Sunday for me. Do you get? So, and I don't go out with the money. I will not save, and say, okay. If I'm going out, I have a budget. I've already budgeted what I want to go there and do, and I will not go and do past myself.
No problem.
The plan is just to go out and have fun. So if you can take yourself out, doesn't mean that you should be. Yeah. Sometimes go out, meet people, associate, but not at the detriment of your finances. So let's just get that, because some people feel like when you're being uptight and when you're being this, you don't need to like go out No, there should be a balance
Yeah.
to your social life
True.
and
No, true.
listen.
Yeah.
Yes.
The whole point is just do within your means. Don't do it because somebody else is doing it. Don't do it because you saw somebody's video. See that thing you said about social media. People are just putting it front there.
Wait. So how do you think social media has affected self-esteem?
See,
Do you know that
it
if
is the
I don't even want to see right now. If you tell me Sophia be a celebrity, I don't want it now in my life for now. That when I say that I want my business like to go first, push my business first, I have a reason. Do you know why? There's this certain expectation. That's why many celebrities live fake life. There's this certain expectation
you must meet up.
that people have. Why celebrity go they live for this kind of house? Why celebrity go they? Why celebrity go they trek? Why celebrity go they buy okrika? Why won't I buy? Why won't I buy thrifted clothes? What is wrong with what is all this?
See,
What's the meaning of boutique?
The point is, you know
that the funny thing that people that go to this boutique sometimes they buy from this same thrifted vendors and go there and sell
it on the, that's actually
you can't buy something that is not useful to you because it is raining, it's trending. If you watch me, do you see me wear trendy things?
See,
I'm not a fan of those things.
You see this trending something.
See,
it's a big problem.
When you're in the spotlight in this Nigeria now, you just say they just reset your brain. They will come give you orientation. This is how we operate. We don't do this. You don't go to such places. You use boats. You don't get car. This one, that one. As who?
They'll finish your money for you.
The money that you're trying to even make and sustain, you will find out that in the next 4 years, this your face will fade and you've not built sustainable finances.
So, like honestly, the main cause of self-esteem issues now is definitely social media, because at least most of us, we don't finish secondary school now, so all those stupid jokes, because I believe it was immaturity that people, you will see somebody, their shoe is not properly polished, or maybe the shoe has opened small, you now open your dirty mouth and see the shoe. Is you that bought your own shoe?
Come on.
Is this you that bought your own shoe?
Is it going
So
on?
you can't. So I of course it's still going on, but at least our viewers should be a little bit more mature, university and everything. Yeah. So now they are taking care of themselves. Now when the pressure is coming from is social media, you open your phone, the lifestyle, you see young people living.
Me, I'm seeing high-end products. High-end products like this. The products of 150.
People are lavish. Social media will put you under that pressure. I need to see. The truth is, there's nobody that say, oh, they never felt that pressure. There was a time I felt that pressure too.
I felt it.
Struggle to. Oh, you see, young boy wearing hoodie. That hoodie is like 5K.
See, calm down.
They have to say, where the
when we're talking about we struggle with these things, sometimes it can be a voice, and if you don't tackle that voice, it will
stay.
Continue
and
stay and build more.
In fact, low self-esteem is a spirit on its own.
No, it's a spirit. It's not the spirit of God.
I started having self-doubt in my craft before May. That's why I told you that God had to show me a sign in May. As if there was a voice always speaking. And this social media you're talking about, when I open social media, I'll be seeing things that I have not reached that level. And those voices, the voice keeps disturbing me. The day I addressed that voice, it cried. It was so powerful. Because there's sometimes that you think some things are natural, some things are not natural. Sometimes they are spiritual.
Most things are spiritual.
First of all, these are very spiritual and physical. So sometimes we think that this thing is normal.
But
when you find yourself in a situation whereby this thing keeps on disturbing you, keeps on haunting you, that means it's a voice.
So what can someone do at that point? What do you think that someone can
what
do to
I
tackle
did
self-esteem?
to tackle that voice I was hearing? I sat down in my altar and I started addressing this voice. Who are you? How do you think that you can actually affect my life? I gave it reasons. I am a burning and a shining light. Arise. The Bible says, arise and shine, for your light has come. And I said, arise and shine, Sophia. Your light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. So therefore, who is that devil? Who is that man? If God be for me, who can be against me? Who can be against Sophia? I spoke to that voice, and you counter that voice by speaking greatness. Sophia, you are going to be a sophisticated woman, a woman that will be recognized in this generation. You're going to touch lives. Your business is growing. Your business is going forward. You're building an empire. You're just speaking positive things into the air, and those voices are hearing it, and they see that when you're saying all those things, your confidence is coming back, and you're pushing that voice away. And before you know it, you won't hear the voice again. Because in this book I'm reading, fear is in Joyce Meyer's book, yes, that I'm reading. The people in the village, in the community, they say that they cannot go to that mountain, that particular mountain, because they feel like a monster is there. So people in the community, for how many years they live there, they've not gone there. So some people in the community summon courage to go. So sometimes when they're going, some people will go and there's a smell that comes off and the noise. So they will just, some people left. As they are going, they are hearing the thing and the smell, they are going, some people are going back. So one person stayed and actually got to the top of the mountain and saw it. And as the person is coming closer, the thing is reducing. The thing is reducing. And when he got there, he found out that monster is small. And that's what she said transcribed to be fear in the book. So that means sometimes when we feel like this thing is big, this problem is big, that you can't pass this phase. Sometimes it's just fear.
You're not standing from a far distance.
Yes, you're not close to the problem. You're not seeing that thing. Do you get? You're just scared. You're not close to it. So, do you know what the devil hates? Confrontation. Confrontation. Like when you're confronting this thing. So now, why did I say you should speak to that voice? As you are confronting that voice, you're reducing it. You're reducing the fear, and with time it subsides, and you get your sanity back, and you get your focus back, and you continue.
You know when the Bible said the enemy comes like a roaring lion seeking whom to devour. He said he came like a roaring lion, or as a roaring lion, not
it's a camouflage.
Exactly. You know, I was speaking to someone and I told them this thing. Sometimes how the devil brings challenges is, let's imagine a cat. A cat is approaching you, but you look at it from an angle, you are seeing the shadow, and the shadow looks like a lion, and you start running because in your mind a lion is coming. But in reality, what is coming is a cat. That's what the devil does to us most of the time. He will come with a challenge that will make, oh my God, it is big. And the problem is, faith is the what will I call it? Is the power that produces results in the realm of the spirit. In God's side. For the devil, for his power to work, fear is the underlying factor. So when you fall, when you fear, when you are afraid, that is when the power of the devil can actually touch you. Because you are God's child. If you stay in faith, there is no way the devil can harm you. That's why when Jesus was in the boat and he was sleeping, and then there was a storm, and his disciples were afraid, shaking. They now went to wake him up, and then he spoke boldly and seized the storm. They wondered what kind of man is that. Story shocked me, because there's no way such a storm can be happening and you're sleeping comfortably. But Jesus did not give that fear effect in his life. He was bold about it, and that's why he could overcome. What you're talking about is so powerful. When you are faced with challenges, the first approach should not be to be afraid and run away. The first approach is to charge on it. Charge it with boldness. It can be magnified. The problem may be small, but your fear will magnify it. most people, there's a study that says most people die before they actually die.
Yeah,
the fear of death will kill most people before they actually
if they
die.
diagnose someone of cancer,
They've died. The fear has already killed them. They're still breathing. But that fear. This guy, I don't know if you guys know him, Lawal, he's a pastor.
Yeah.
He was saying something that his grandmother, when she was about to die, she was sick. I'm not sure I'm getting it, but there was a sick person that was about to die. And the person, the person said, come and pray for me. But he reached there and said, see, to be honest, I cannot pray for you. But if you can be bold and confident enough, this sickness will not have a hold on you. And from that day, there was a drastic change in that person. Not because he laid hands, not because the power of God moved.
Your will alone has power.
Your will.
The will of men have power.
So most of the times we just chicken out, we run away, and the devil is nice one. You have entered my trap. If the devil attacks, this is what happened between David and Goliath. I am 100% sure that it was not only David that had the capacity to kill Goliath in Israel's army.
People who had the capacity more than
did, because when they came to meet him, the children of Jesse, the Bible talked about the first son that he was big. He was a warrior. You could see the ability. If David fought with any of his brothers, they would beat him well. So those guys had the capacity to kill Goliath, but because of fear, they stayed in their shell. But what did David do? The moment he came, he gave the word. The first thing. Who is he that dares defile the armies of God? Boldness is what will help you to.
And the Bible says that David charged.
He charged. Have you heard that Judah? That he brings the expression out.
Let me just say something now. Like, the devil comes to steal, to kill and to destroy. So what you need to do, if we are saying all these things and you don't really know God, I don't know how we can help you.
How we go take help you now?
How do we want to help you? How? Come on.
So you need to come
foundation
to a place
should be in
of
God.
recognition. In this my self-discovery, because it's self-discovery, one thing that helps me is actually God.
Yeah.
Do you get? Let's leave strengths, weaknesses, and all that. One thing that really helped me is God. God has been a father, a lover, everything you can think of to me. God has helped me. If there's anybody I talk to, first of all, it's God. He sees
anybody first of all.
He sees my heart. He sees how loving, kind. He just sees this young girl, and from there, though you make mistakes as a young person,
100%.
but there is this hand that is always there to carry you along and pamper you and make sure you don't fall. Just like a baby carriage, you carry the baby like that, but the baby would fall. Do you know why? Because the person that is carrying the baby is matured enough to know that this baby is not meant to fall down. God can never mismanage your destiny.
Come on.
God is still in the business of making destinies.
Speak.
And you have to put your destiny in his hands, just like this. And he's going to carry you and carry you, even through storms and challenges. He's still going to be there with you. God is not going to fail you if you believe, if you actually believe in him, if you actually put your hope in him, your faith in him, your trust in him. Because I want you to see God not just because of God and Christianity and church. God is like our friend, If you make him your friend, you can talk to him. You can be on the road and be talking to God. And
that's how it should be.
This girl is grace. Do you get? So you don't need to be scared when you know that no matter how scared you can be, but if you know that you have God, to an extent you just calm down. Do you get? So my own is that no matter all these things we are saying will not make sense to you until you put God first.
Yeah.
Even when I wanted to go to school, I put God first. I said, God, please, I put you first in this. I didn't really have this spiritual backing, all these things, have all this spiritual life of people around you being all spiritual and all that. No. I always loved God from when I was small. You know, so it's just me and God. He sees your heart. Please, if you have bad mind, change a beg. Make God know it's in this. This, let's be guided. But He sees your heart. He sees people that want Him genuinely. And He will always be there for you. Even though you're doing things that are not of Him, it doesn't take the place of God in your life. He is God over all, just as far as you can believe in Him. And if you're going through self-esteem issues, trying to discover yourself, why don't you discover God first?
Come on now, come on.
He is there for you. He will love you. Do you think you need love? True love? Seek your Father, Abba Father.
Preach.
Because He's always there for you. He's the one that can give you true love, undiluted love, the love so clean, pure, and true. God is our Father, and He's always there for us.
Thank you. You know, at some point, she said something, and she said, keep saying it.
Yeah.
Keep saying good things about yourself. Keep saying greatness about yourself. No, but there are times whereby, because of how darkened your mind has been, when you're saying this thing,
you can't
even picture it.
True.
But that point is not left for you to picture, it's just left for you to see. The moment you keep saying it, with time you start gaining clarity and the picture will start framing in your mind.
There is something I always tell myself. I say when people see me, I want them to see me as a sophisticated lady.
You are.
So at first glance, if you see me, I want you to see sophistication. That word stood from when I was 15. I got that word, sophisticated. And I walk towards it. When you see me, I act, I behave it. Because that's what I want people to see about me. In my dressing, in everything. I want that to be visible. Coming back to body shaming, I'm not still fat, I'm still slim.
But you're perfect.
Yes. Yeah, I'm perfect in the eyes of God. And my future husband anyways. So, what am I trying to say? When I noticed that I was perfect, it was when I was in SS2, I started making my hair. Why is it now looking as if everything's now becoming sober? Oh my God, let's go down, please. So I started making my hair. That time I said, okay, I'll stop this barbing. I'll make my hair. Started making my hair. Started looking at myself in the mirror. This thing about positive affirmations is very important because it helped me. When I look at the mirror, I'll say, child, fine girl. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror when you're naked before? I do that a lot. As at then, I'm like, see this girl, slim with a difference. That's what I used to call myself, slim with a difference. Slim with a difference. So that word kept me. I always say, I'm slim with a difference. But at the end of the day, I still look at the mirror, and as I'm looking at myself in that mirror, I'm telling myself positive things about me and what I want people to say about me. If you're not saying, if you can actually imagine what people can say about you behind your back, it will help you. What do you want them to say if you're not in the room? What is that thing that you want them to say? Start telling yourself those things. So I pictured it and I walked towards it. It's not all about saying it, but putting in the action, putting in the listen. I didn't even tell you guys how I found makeup.
No,
It got
that would be for
it got so bad that because of this self-esteem, I will come back to the house, take my mother's makeup, rub, I'll put my face, snap picture. This social media, I'll post. My classmates will be like, Sophia, you're fine in picture, you're not fine in real life. I say, what do these people want from me? But
you can't please everybody.
Yes, you can't please everybody and stop being a people's
it's not necessary.
Because if
please
you are,
please God.
It's going to really affect you. That time, what will people say? Now the ring bell for my ear. I always want to impress. I'll do makeup, snap picture, find right angle, do this one just to show that me too. I get fine face.
Okay, we are coming to the end of this episode. We are rounding up. I believe that we've had a great conversation. But before we round up, I want to ask a question, a very important question. Glorious, I don't know if you've had any problem with esteem before, but if you've had, tell us about it. But if you haven't, because I know that you're a strong guy, you're a strong guy. How do you think that? Because as I said earlier, sometimes when you're seeing these things, it's you won't perceive it, you won't feel moved. Well, at that point, what you're seeing is actually not meant to frame that picture in your mind yet. What it's trying to do is to clear the darkness in your mind before it begins to frame the picture. You get so. But how do you think that in this generation people can overcome pressure from social media and they can get to live the best of their life?
I think the first thing for me is I thank God for the kind of person I am, because some people's opinion about me doesn't really matter to me so much, because the first thing is self-discovery. If you know who you are, you can't tell me who I'm not.
Exactly.
If I know that,
come on,
just like you, they called me dark too. And yes, I know I'm dark too.
But you know the funny thing, I was like that skin guy.
Exactly. So that's another point, right? So now you may not like it, but there are people that like it. Now I already know who I am. You may call me short. I know I'm short. So why are you telling me? So when you discover yourself, they can't put pressure on you. They can't tell you what you are not. They can't tell you something that will make you feel bad, because I have accepted who I am. Now, doesn't mean you are satisfied with where you are. So as you accept who you are, you work to become better. Now, there are certain things that you can't change about your life. Like she was talking about her body stature. Of course, now she can eat better and all of that. But that's not something that is
necessary,
changeable. But there are things that you can also improve on immediately, that there will be a difference in your life. And that's what helped me. Of course, I didn't really have too much self-doubt. But yes, there are times where I felt less of myself. True. But what I told myself is, already I know all these things they're saying. I know what they are. So you can't be disturbing my life. I already know that I'm not this. I already know that I am this.
Honestly,
right? So what are the things I can work on? Those little changes you see, you will not understand. Dressing better, you don't understand how it gives you self-confidence, speaking better, approaching people better, being confident, little by little. So in this generation, forget all the noise. There was nobody that was born quote unquote perfect, because we're actually born perfect. The Bible talked about in Jesus, God, when he finished making, what did he say? Everything was good, everything was perfect. The Bible says we are wonderfully and fearfully. Do you know the word fearfully, what it means? He sat down to, okay, how will I make man? Okay, I'll do the ear like this, I'll do the eye like this. In fact, at the end of the day, he just came to the conclusion, let me just make them a mirror image of myself. If you are a mirror image of God, if you say I'm not perfect, then you're saying God is not perfect. And that's not possible. So you are actually perfect, but then still, in terms of people's look at you, there are some things they may still say. Work on it. It's not. See, the truth is, where I am today does not mean that's where I'm going to be tomorrow.
Exactly.
If you have that mindset that, oh yes, I don't have a car today, but doesn't mean I will not have it tomorrow. I don't have that phone today, doesn't mean I will not have it tomorrow.
Exactly.
And guess what? Most of us, we are not even up to 30. Many people will live up to 70, 80, 90. You still have 40, 50 years of your life to live. What are you putting yourself under pressure for? You've not lived 1/3 of your life. Yet you are putting yourself under pressure to get all these things now. You get it now and lose it tomorrow. Is it reasonable? The Bible talks about
I have a problem with people that are so eager to this thing called get rich syndrome is becoming alarming in this society.
The get rich syndrome will be a conversation for another day, because if you start talking about get rich syndrome,
No, I feel cry myself because I'm tired.
A lot of persons have lost money. Thank God that I'm not a victim of. In fact, those things don't move me. I just feel that there are no free money
Be
anyway.
patient.
There's no free money anyway. Any money you want to have in your pocket must be given to you by somebody.
It cannot
must be an input for an output.
It can't come from the sky.
You can't just imagine that you put 1.6 and you get 1.6 million.
You're a thief.
You're a thief.
You're a thief.
See, actually.
You know the best thing, the Bible is complete. That's why I like when she said self-discovery, finding God. Instead of discover yourself, discover God. The Bible is very complete. Everything is in it. This thing about get rich quick, this thing about, because self-esteem is still better than
And you know one thing that when you discover God, you find peace of mind.
Yeah, and there's nothing more important. There's
nothing more important than peace of mind. When you know that last, my mind, everything, every road clear, ahead, you know that okay, last, I know say God did for me. That thing alone will give you peace of mind. It will give you that assurance that yes.
See,
Okay, guys, if you're still watching, I believe you're enjoying the conversation. So please like, subscribe, share, comment,
share to your friends and enemies.
Share to your friends and enemies. Your
Yeah,
enemy
let's
like to hear
that.
this. Your enemy used to hear this. So, final words. One sentence before we leave them. One sentence from Sophia first, and then to
Are you sure
Glorious.
I'm going to say one sentence?
Please, one sentence.
Let's just round up.
The question is, who are you? Who do you see when you look at yourself in the mirror? What are the things you hear? Who are the people you follow? Are you really who you want to be? Or are you really walking towards where you want to go to? Let's try to be better, because your body is your body and my body is my body. So your mind is your mind and it's also your mind is your mind, it's not mine. So let's work on what we keep in our mind and how we present ourselves. Who are you once again? Please answer that question.
Self-discovery. See, self-esteem. Just at the end of the day, yes, people will talk. At the end of the day, there is pressure out there. But first of all, be comfortable with where you are on your journey to where you are going.
Yeah.
It's so important. Because you see, if you are not comfortable with where you are, you will put yourself under pressure to be who you are not. And it's in that putting yourself under pressure to be who you are not that you start doing the wrong things. And if you can't, because there are some people their morals are high, so they can't do the wrong thing, but they'll be feeling less of themselves. They will always want to please people because they think, oh, by saying yes to everybody, people will like me more. All those things are not necessary. Know who you are, but most importantly, know who God says you are. There is nothing more important than that. If you know who God says you are, you realize that you are beautiful, you are amazing. God, do you know what it means for God to come down to die for you? To die for you. That says a lot. That's how much He loves you. And you are His creation. So know who God says you are. But then I get the things people are saying now, at the end of the day, there might be truth to it. What you cannot change, why worry about it? But then if there's something you can change, work on it. It's a journey. Don't waste this. Let me end with this. Guys, do not waste your 20s. Many people will find this out when they are 40, that I wasted my 20s. Instead of pursuing all these things, the Bible talked about people built on the sand and the one that built on the rock. When the two of them were building, the two of them finished their house and they were living inside. They felt good at the moment. But when the storm came, it's he that built on solid ground that stood. It's important to build on solid ground. The things you are chasing now, they are not solid ground. Trying to buy a car, trying to buy a phone. Now, if you have the means, no wahala. But when you do the wrong things to get it, it's not sustainable. You can't do it forever. So it means a day will come when all these things will vanish. And I heard something one day, said, poverty after riches is the worst kind of poverty.
Come on.
When you've tasted wealth and now you are poor, God forbid, you can't survive it. So now that you are growing, it's better to work on those things, small by small, like she was saying, step by step. You are getting closer, one by one, and eventually all these things that people are putting pressure under you, you can do them. They are struggling. They will use their last 5K to add up so that they can to make everybody look at them as big boys. But when you get to that place, you are balanced. You can, all these things they are buying, you will buy 10 of it comfortably. So calm down, no pressure, no rush. They are young. You still have some more time to live.
Bible says, he that maketh haste to get rich, he will put his hand in battle. He put his hand in battle. And the Bible also says, arise, shine, just like he said. What is God saying about you? If you hear what God says about you, any person that says anything to you that's contrary to what God says,
you don't even
take it lightly. It says, arise, shine, for thy light has come. Not our light. So there's a light specific for everybody. And the light is the word from God. So when your own lights come, you will know how to interact with that light. So that light will bring illumination to your path,
brightness,
and to your journey of discovery. So know your own light. Don't take another person's light and run with it without having a revelation of that light. If you don't have a revelation, it's like everybody can come now and say, I can't be poor. But when Oyedepo caught his own lies and he came out and said, I can't be poor. If you ask him, you'll say, I can't be poor, but there's no money in your pocket. It's not about how much is your pocket. It's not about how much is in his spirit. Because he has caught something. So you can proclaim that thing and still die poor. Why? Because you don't have the revelation of that light that came to him. So instead of walking to follow another person's path, try to get your own light. And when your own lights come, it will bring illumination to your own life. So thank you guys for joining this
amazing episode.
I feel so good. I feel so glad to have Sophia here. Thank you very much, Sophia, for coming. Trust me, we love you. And you'll be one of our most repeated, because you have a lot to say. You have a lot. So you'll be one of our most repeated guests on this podcast. We really appreciate you. We love you. Thank you very much for showing up. Thank you for trusting in this vision. You know, we are still growing. We are still starting.
Definitely.
And to everyone there, please encourage us. Share our content. If you know that what we are doing is blessing you, please share to your friends, share to your enemies, share to your families, share to everybody. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and we trust God that in the years to come, you will also be behind the camera to testify about your own story and how God has helped you. Thank you very much, Sophia, for joining us. Okay, yeah.
Please, if you're watching this, please repeat after me. I am bold. I am beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
I am fearfully made by God.
I am fearfully made by God.
I am loved by God.
I am loved by God.
I am who I say I am.
I am who I say I am.
And I will be the evidence of God's goodness.
The evidence of God's goodness.
Yeah. Thank you.
Alright, guys. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll see you guys in the next 2 weeks. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.